This is the Solo Coach podcast where it's all about everything you need to build your business solo. Look, building a business alone can feel almost impossible. There's just so much to get done. That's just your doubt talking. I'm Michelle Sarah, and I'm here to talk you through building a one-woman coaching business from the ground up. I'm talking marketing, time-saving systems, AI shortcuts, client attraction, energy, and belief, all to help you find your way no matter your age, stage, or starting point. Ready? Let's get going. All right, so as we enter 2025, I want to talk to you about the mindful path to building a successful coaching business, embracing simplicity and energy in 2025. So, if you're woo-woo, you're going to totally get this. If you're not, I think you'll still get it. You've reached a point in life, if you are older, let's say over 50, where wisdom, experience, and a touch of magic have rooted deeply. You've spent decades learning and growing and refining your ability to know yourself so that in turn now you can guide others to do the same. Now you're ready to share this lifetime of growth and inner worldliness with a bigger audience, hence starting a coaching business. But let's be honest. Doubts creep in, don't they? Doubts like, isn't it too late to start something new? Am I too old to do this? Am I too old to even keep up with the technology and how rapidly it's changing? Will anyone take me seriously? Especially if you've had a past professional career and now you're leaning more into this woo-woo path. Where do I even begin? So even the most tech savvy of us over 50 are overwhelmed by the online world on a good day and downright discouraged on the not so good ones. The endless trends, the hype, the hustle, none of that helps. And frankly, the idea of staring at a screen all day doesn't exactly light your soul on fire. And I will admit and confess that lately I have been staring at a screen far longer than I really want to. And while I generally will say to my clients, if you don't want to do something, if you really, really don't want to do it, then don't, because you're bringing the wrong energy into it. However, I'm going to recognize here, pause for a moment, that we all have goals that we want to reach in our businesses. And sometimes that requires, that the bigger desire, I want to reach this goal, overrides the smaller, I don't want to be on this screen right now. That's what I'm getting to the point of for myself, And that's okay. We're going to have those moments here and there. But, I want to recognize that at this point in life, in building a coaching business, we're not interested in chasing the shiny objects. And what you want in a coaching business in 2025 feels purposeful, aligned, and uniquely you. One that's bringing in income, utilizing your gifts, and making a difference. So that's what I mean about going forward in 2025 and protecting your energy and honoring this place that you're at in life where you can now really bring a lot to coaching. Protecting your energy, protecting your attention. We are in an attention economy. If you hop on YouTube right now, you'll find over 1 million videos about how to make $1 million. Okay, maybe not 1 million videos, but darn close, And all that hype can dilute what really matters, which is building a business that feels really good to you, both in energy and practically. Like, how does it fit into your life? So it's important to practice energy alignment in business too. Now, there's this quote by Lao Tzu, and I think it's Lao Tzu. I'm going to pronounce it wrong, I know, but I apologize. He said it right when he said, I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. I absolutely love that. It's so very true. So simplicity, patience, and compassion. Not only compassion for others, but compassion for yourself as someone who is building a business, right? So anchor into your energy. Let's talk about this a little bit. When the noise gets overwhelming or downright agitating, I want you to try this 3-step energy alignment process. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths. Picture a moment when everything felt right, like the universe was working with you, and it is, by the way. Ask yourself, what emotions were present? How did my energy feel? Think about that for a moment and what answers come up for you. With those answers in mind, what emotions were present in that memory when everything felt right? And how did your energy feel? Can you write down just one word that captures that feeling? So whether it's calm, magnetic, focused, joyful, whatever that word is, go ahead and write it down or hold it in your mind. Let this word become your anchor. So before making any business decisions, ask yourself, how can I bring this energy into my work today? So for me, when everything was going right, I'm going to say that I felt in the flow. In the flow. That has multiple meanings for me. But just as an example, so anytime I am making business decisions, or even if I am in a moment of frustration, I can stop myself and anchor into that energy and ask myself, how can I bring the energy of in the flow into this moment? Or how can I bring the energy of calm into this moment? How can I bring the energy of being magnetic into this moment, right? Do whatever brings that energy forward, then proceed. Everything is energy. This is a mindful business building practice. And if you're struggling, you can always try my 7-minute shift. It's the book that I wrote, the 7-minute shift. You can find it on Amazon. It's an extended exercise similar to this, but there are more obviously 7 steps. I highly encourage you to give it a try. It's something I still use nearly daily. Okay, so let's answer the question of, is it too late? No, it's never too late. It's never too late. You're not too late. You're actually right on time. So starting and growing a coaching business is a lot. Doing it later in life, even with all of the marketing and everything that makes you feel like you have to be young and trendy to keep up, it's okay. You can still do it, right? This is all about the right timing. You have more time. You have more attention. You, I dare say, have more energy. I think you do, to bring to this venture, this huge project, this contribution to the world, right? I talk about this very specifically in the 4-part audio series, Crossing Inner Thresholds. It's on my website. You can access it for free. I talk about that very specifically in there, about why this is the right time for you. There are some factors that come into play here. So here's the thing. Your age, your woo-woo perspective, if you have that, your lived experiences, they're not a limitation. They're actually your unique edge. It's part of it. Someone has to have a higher, wider vision, right? And that's you. But even with that, it took me a while to figure out things like lean into tried and true foundational marketing and ditch the trends, hype, and hustle. Just let it all go. There are going to be some things I may pull back in here and there because I find it useful. It's something that I want to do. But for the moment, I can give myself permission to just let all of that go. Create offers that feel aligned with my energy and resonate with my clients. Build a business that doesn't just work, but works for me, right? If it isn't working for me, how can I bring the right energy to my clients? It took me even longer to realize that what I create now will likely evolve and change over time. There's no set it and forget it. There's no, let me just put some social media posts out there, start getting some clients, and call it a day. No, it doesn't work that way. But it's a good thing, right? Because all I can really do is my best right now and take it day by day, protecting my attention and practices and continuing to learn, right? All I can do is protect my attention and my awareness as I go. One way I do this is through, as I said, practices. I have daily practices to keep my vibration high. Inside Advanced Manifesting, you can get a whole library of practices that I have put in there for you. But let me give you some examples. So every morning, I generally read. I may do some journaling, and I definitely meditate. Now, when I say meditate, what I mean is I take some time to quiet my mind and really kind of drop down into that place of pure presence. Now, these days, I typically prefer a guided meditation, or it might just be music, right? I find that because I'm so very visual and I absolutely love calming, relaxing music, that works faster for me. I can certainly sit in silence and meditate as well. I've practiced many different disciplines of meditation over 20 years or so. However, these days, I would say that I most enjoy a guided meditation with music. So typically that's what I will do. And then throughout the day, I will add in little moments, and I say moments like literally seconds of an advanced manifesting technique, and definitely right before I go to bed. So this is just part of my daily practices, right? Sometimes, depending on, what cycle I'm in, I may have longer meditations. I have gone many months with meditating, 3 times a day for at least 45 minutes each. Sometimes it's only 10 minutes a day, right? So it just depends, but that fluctuates a bit. But I do have daily practices to protect my energy and raise my vibration. And, the same goes for you, that in order to build something that is such a huge contribution to others, i.e. a coaching business, you must protect your energy, keep your vibration high, and that comes about through daily practices. And you may already have your own, but if you don't, I highly encourage you to get some in place. The doing side, focus on what matters. What if you could attract clients who truly value your wisdom and unique perspective? Create offers that don't just sell, but improve lives, and build a business that fits seamlessly into your life without the grind or burnout. That's what we've been talking about. Well, the good news is you can and you will, but it's not about doing everything like posting on social media daily, launching a YouTube channel, although I am about to do so, podcast or community, writing a book, running ads, speaking, etc. All of those things may come about, but it isn't about doing all of that immediately and right now. Okay, there's some things that you're going to need in order for that to happen in a way that is aligned and natural, and that's clarity is the big thing, right? So that's not something that you want to try and force, because it's just going to drain your energy at that point rather than build it up. So it's not about doing everything right now. It's about doing the right things in a way that feels right for you and when it feels right too. Your first step, your simplified action plan. So write down 3 things that you'd like to help people do. Identify your who, your target audience, right? Define them well as you can. Describe them. Choose one social media platform that they're on and make it a goal to learn the most effective way to reach them there. If you're just starting out, focus on one client persona, one platform, one social media platform, and one offer, right? Create one offer that's relevant and appealing to your audience. Focus on these until something's working. You're getting conversations and clients. If things aren't working, you may need to adjust one of the 3 and try again, but you're going to experiment until it's working really, really well. And this is important because once you have those 3 things working really well on one platform, you can then take it to another and another, or a YouTube channel or a podcast, right? Because you will have figured out some really crucial pieces. The essentials checklist. So when you feel overwhelmed, I want you to go back to this. What 3 things do I help people do? Who are my people? Where are they? What's my offer? Once you're clear on this, take it a step further. Identify your message. Who do you help? And what outcome do you help them achieve? Right? This is that general messaging statement that we create to share in our business through the content that we create. And we say, I am a coach. I help XYZ, do ABC, whatever that is for you. Create an aligned offer. Start small. Solve micro struggles or micro problems and create stepping stones to their desired outcome. Discover your unique method. What's your blend of gifts and insights? Lean into that magic, right? There is, regardless of how many people that have the same title as you, let's say, for example, that you are a life coach. There are a lot of life coaches out there, but each life coach has their own unique way of doing what they do. So do you. I want you to take some time to discover what that is so that can help you stand apart. Market with realness. Be raw, conversational, and true. Talk about struggles, desired outcomes, and solutions in everyday language, like you're talking to a friend. This is the way that I have always done things. It's what comes natural to me personally. To try to make something super perfect and polished is just a lot of stress. And so I don't really do that. It might be to my detriment, but that's okay. I don't really care. This is just the way I do things. For some people, it's quite the opposite, and that feels really good to them and is really easy for them. So, when you can find your voice and be conversational and real and have these conversations like you're talking to a friend, you make deeper connections, You show people, in particular your audience, that you're real. You're a real person. You make mistakes. You struggle too. But you've done these things to kind of get ahead and reach the goal that your target audience is after. And in that, they can see themselves and therefore relate to you. And that's what we're after. Content creation. Let's make it simpler. So here's a quick exercise to simplify knowing what to talk about. Take a piece of paper and write, "I wish I could," at the top. Step into the mindset of your ideal client and finish the sentence 3 times. I wish I could figure out how to start my business without feeling so overwhelmed. Or whatever it is that your target audience, your ideal client, however they would finish the "I wish I could" statement. I wish I could feel more confident about the woo-woo side of my business. I wish I could feel like my age is an asset, not a limitation. These are your topics. These are topics that you can write about or create posts for social media or emails or videos or audios, whatever it is that you want to create. This is a very quick way to figure out some ideas on what to talk about. Just know that your time is now. The world is shifting. It always will be. And people are craving the kind of wisdom, energy, and guidance only you can bring. And I will interject here, some of the trends that I know are happening right now in terms of marketing is that people are really wanting this more real and raw presentation or interaction or even just viewing experience, meaning they don't necessarily want the polished presentation. They want to see the real person, just like my mistakes here. They want to see what they're doing, what's working, what's not working, the honesty, the transparency, right? And the authenticity. So lean into that, right? Lean into that. Starting your coaching business or growing your coaching business isn't about doing everything yourself. Even though you are a solo coach, I want you to know that it's about doing the right things in a way that's right for you. There is so much more that I want to share with you, and we're going to dive in with each episode into so many different topics around building a coaching business solo and everything that you need to do that. And as I said, we're going to talk a lot about the energy side of things as well, and I can't wait to talk more. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for the Solo Coach podcast. It means so much to me that someone out there is listening. Now, if you know it's time to do something different about your business, and you know if it is, consider joining me for my Happy and Successful Business Mastermind, where you can get clarity, support, and a plan. I'll leave details in the notes below. I also want to share a free resource for you. If you haven't already subscribed to my newsletter, Find Coaching Clients, I encourage you to do so. I'll deliver to your inbox tips and strategies that make finding coaching clients for your business much easier. I'll see you next time.